What's poppin', YouTubers? What's going on, everybody? Everybody, what's going on? It's New York's Finest, hosted by yours truly. This is gonna be one of the first times I'm doing some interactive-ish with you guys out there, asking and begging your help. I know you guys never hear me say that. It's actually a joke as far as the begging part, but I would like to hire your help to help me track down boxes. Yes, this is my basement. Yet again, it is crazy, but in my defense, mass majority of all this stuff isn't for sale. These are just empty boxes of big boxes of stuff that I have acquired, that I've collected and have upstairs on display. Thanks to me having an understanding, gorgeous, beautiful, loving fucking wife. She does not mind stuff being in the living room or wherever, as long as it looks presentable and it looks nice. She's cool with it. So that's why I'm still with her. That's why we have 3 kids and we're almost married 30 years. Because I have an understanding person. I think anybody who will sit there and love you, want to marry you, and be around, be with you, get a house with you, an apartment, whatever, then as soon as you say I do, they want to try to cut you from, like have you do some 40-year-old virgin bullshit. You know, I think that's distasteful, and I think that's stupid on any man's part. No piece of ass is worth your sanity. And your sanity isn't worth no piece of ass, unless that piece of ass is understanding. And if it isn't, there's plenty of ass on toilet seats, so to speak. I always like have my own, I won't even say metaphor, my own assembly on how I speak on things. Anyhow, I may be getting rid of these 2 Batman things. Those are actually sealed. I'm not going to do shit with them. But I basically want to talk about the video gaming. I have spent a lot. I think I'm about up to 70. I would say about 77,000 with what I've spent so far. And I've been on Whatnot for actually almost, I mean, a couple of weeks. Well, about 3 or so weeks in a year. So it's been a year and over 3 weeks that I've been on Whatnot, and I spent close to 80. You could say $80,000 fucking dollars. Y'all might say, get the fuck, yeah. I have. Trust me on that shit. I shit you not. I've been on Whatnot for over a year, and I've spent about 80 grand, about 74 to $77,000 is what I put in Whatnot's pocket. So if you guys can't understand why I get mad a lot of times, even with the Skylar kid now, I praise him so fucking what. Everything was going good until packages got lost, and you know, he's a conceited asshole, so I don't buy from him anymore. That's his loss, not mine, because I pay more than everybody he got on the show. That's why a lot of these guys be like, hey, what's up, Mike Sano? I go by Mike Sano and Mike Son. It was a typo because when I upgraded and got a new computer, for some reason it was giving me a hard time logging on to Whatnot, so I had to add an O to the end of the N. Don't ask me why, but it works. They both still linked to my account, but it is what the fuck it is. And this is why I went straight ham crazy in person on the Toy Man. Because I don't understand why people talk disrespectful and act all conceited, arrogant, and nonchalant. Then when they see people in person, see, a person like me don't belong around a lot of society because people say I'm arrogant and I'm rude. I'm neither or. I have a lot of etiquette. I know how to spell it. I know what the fuck it means. I'm just one of those niggas that don't give a flying fuck. Respect is a two-way street. And respect is something that should be earned and given. You should always give if you can give an animal fucking decency and respect, you should give another fucking human being on this earth. But some people just, you know, think of who they are, and I'm not one of them niggas. I don't kiss nobody's ass, and it is what the fuck it is. But anyhow, moving away from that, because I don't want to turn this into a rant. And we all know I go off the deep end in the beaten path. That's what I'm doing now. So let me shut the front door and continue here before I start, you know, ranting for another fucking 8 or more minutes. And then that turns to a whole nother show. Anyhow, especially if I'm going crazy and I'm trying to recruit everybody's help to help me track down boxes, whether you have empty boxes or have boxes you want to sell or whatnot. My plan, I'm not too sure if I'm going to keep stuff or if I'm going to get rid of stuff. One part of me was like, I might just keep all the special edition systems. Excuse me, and all Nintendo products and sell everything else off. One part of me was like, well, maybe I should do that now and then cut my losses with other stuff. But then I decided, fuck it, I'm already far into it, why not? So, obviously, as you see here, I just want to give you guys a quick glimpse of what's popping, what I'm doing. So, all these boxes here are of systems that I need to complete. I'll put them in box. This is something I was contemplating on doing before I got into, before I got back into loose G.I. Joe about 4 years ago. When I sold off a lot of my stuff, I did have stuff that was boxed, and I had mass majority of stuff that wasn't. I believe I think it was more like 50-50. I had a lot of handhelds, and I acquired a lot of that stuff very, very, very relatively cheap compared to what they go for now, and or what people are asking now. So for instance, I have this piano black, it just says right there, includes piano black, PSP. I believe this is a 2000, right? Yep, 2000 model. I don't think I have a 2000 model PSP black. If I do, there's a good chance my simple ass probably brought it online already. I almost brought this one online, but I just waited, and thank God I did, because I have the fucking box sitting right here. This is why my simple old retarded ass is always fucking up, and always why I keep buying the same 50 fucking G.I. Joe figures over and 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 over again. Because my simple ass, I don't know what's going on. My mind is deteriorating. I keep buying the same shit over. I'm not going to keep repetitively repeating it, but I keep buying the same shit over and over again in my fucking head. As you can see, I almost did the same thing for this. Now, this box is, people are asking retarded money for it on eBay. This one here, there's a good chance I probably brought a black PSP 2000 box already. I have to go upstairs and look, because I have some boxes that are coming. Some boxes are harder to come by. That's why I brought them automatically, so I can put systems in it. But anyway, I do have this now. I just got to put everything that belongs in here. It says here, AC adapter, battery pack. So the only thing that's missing from here is the AC adapter and battery pack. And then this will be complete. This, evidently, I need that all red 3DS system. Not the new one, the regular one to put in here. And I have to find one that comes with Mario. I don't think this comes with it preloaded. I think it actually comes in this case. If it does, whatever, I have it. Of course, I need the black 3DS. Oh, I have two of these boxes. Now, what if I told you guys about a month and a half ago, I came across this at a cheap price, and this one plenty of fucking times at the flea markets, and now that I need it, they're fucking ghost. This I got from that dude Andrew. I've very rarely ever seen this particular one, but I do see it a lot on eBay and on whatnot, but they always going for crazy money. See, this one says game pre-installed, so I would actually have to put the actual game in this box to make it complete. This black, I probably did buy this one online already, and I'm pretty confident my simple ass did buy this one online too, and probably this one as well. And I believe this is the same system, right? Oh no, that's another 3DS. That one is basically, I think that's like the Mario one here, except, yep, see, this one comes with and that one comes without. So I would probably get both. Some of y'all probably like, what? Listen, that's the kind of person I am. I can't help who I am. I am like that. I am a completist. And, whatever. Here I have two working, beautiful condition Game Boys. I had one I sold to Eunice. I sort of had ordered the face plates at least fucking 2 months ago for these, but not in a rush. The boxes are insane, what they're asking for them. Here we have, what is this? This is a Pro. I got two of them. That's why I got confused, because one's like this crystal metallic white, and then this one. I did order the right one for this and that one. The boxes are expensive, but they're Japanese, and I want to get the boxes. I do got to get the box from this one. I'm probably going to hurry up and order it, because there's only one person online that I've seen with this specific one. And as far as the blue one go, I got to get that one as well. Why is it? Oh, this is here because this doesn't have a battery cover, and this one neither. So I do got to. Oh wait a minute, is this 2000? No, this is 3000. So I got to get a black piano finish 3000 cover and white pearl, whatever you call that. These I have to get boxes for them, but the boxes are fucking retarded. This is the red Game Boy Pocket. And these are I forgot, they call it cherry or berry. I call it pink, but they call it berry or cherry, some shit like that. I do got to get the box for this. Got to get the box for this. Got to get the box, but I got a box for this. Boom, 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 boom. You get it? Eric B, make a clap to this. I got to get the box to this. Whatever, y'all. Y'all don't, you probably don't get it. And then you got the atomic poiple. I think that's not, is it atomic or whatever the fuck? That came in here. And who did I get? I got this from somebody. Oh, Eunice. I got this from Eunice. I forgot. Eunice, when I got the G.I. Joe shit. So I did keep this game, Castlevania, Mortal Kombat. Finish him. Johnny Cage, Sub-Zero, Sonya, Liu Kang's Mortal Kombat. Then you got Tetris DX and this blue Pokemon. So that all came in here with some other games that I actually got rid of. Here, oh shit. Yo, Sony PlayStation 2000, motherfucker. Now, and let me tell y'all something. This was not rigged. That's crazy. Yep, look at that, 2001. Right there. Son of a bitch. There you go. Boom. I'm happy, y'all. Holy shit, my simple ass. Look at this shit right here in my face. A fucking 2000 model going right in that box. So that is one less box I got to deal with. You see what I'm saying? Then I ordered 2 of these boxes. Actually, I think I got these boxes on Whatnot. I do remember that because I kept begging the person, hey, what's up with those boxes? What's up with the boxes? So then he waited for like 4 other people to bring up the boxes. Then he waited for 4 more. Then I kept haggling him until he decided to get rid of it. Then him and his wife or whoever they were, because he was definitely middle aged, probably a little younger than me, but he sounded older. And I guess he was like, holy shit. It was like, wow, these boxes. And because of me, they made like an extra $800 on fucking empty boxes that he was going to throw away. Fucking moron. Be happy, and you should be giving me better prices and praising my black ass for hooking your funky white ass up to fucking sell these boxes. So, and don't worry about it if he was black or Asian. I'd have said funky ass jigaboo ass up or whatever. So don't think I'm a racist. I'm an equal opportunity get at your race type motherfucker. I'm derogatory when I want to be toward any race, including my own. At the end of the day, we're all fucking race. We're all part of the same human race, just different fucking cultures, different skin tone, different languages, different looks. But it's the same shit. So get the fuck over it, y'all. Because a lot of people, shut the fuck up. I'm comfortable in my skin. I'm comfortable with myself. That's why I say the shit I say and don't give a flying fuck. Because at the end of the day, I know truly I'm not a racist or even a bigot. I'm just a straight up motherfucker who calls shit for what the fuck it is. And a lot of y'all hate me for it because you wish you could be like Mike. They wish they could be like Mike. Anyhow, so these here are the originals. The original PSPs here. My boy wanted one. He wanted me to sell him 1 box. And I was going to, but I paid a lot for them. I thought it was 50 something. I looked at the thing on the receipt from Whatnot, and I actually paid 78 for one and 72 for the other. And I'm going to keep the boxes. I have acquired a lot of the batteries for a lot of these systems. And the batteries will last forever or a long time as long as they're stored in not a crazy hot place. They won't expand or explode, and as long as you don't keep them in the system, same thing. So my plan is to just take them off these cardboard things and just keep them wrapped like that, so they should be fine up until whatever the fuck happens. And then here, like I said, I already spoke to you about these. I explained this if I don't fuck this up. I explain all this shit to you guys. So I gotta get boxes for these. So this, I gotta get the box, battery, and battery cover. I got 1 extra battery for either or one of these. Again, I gotta get both face plates. That's like maybe $15, including shipping for both. That's nothing. And then I gotta get boxes. The boxes are fucking horrendously expensive for these. These are extra systems that I have that I'm gonna either sell and or do trade with. We have 2 of them, as you can see, one here, one there. Same thing for this Game Boy Advance, which I acquired last, I think Sunday, or no, Sunday, I think. I don't think it was Thursday. Could have been. This one too, I got 2 of these. The DSill. You could still work them in English, but they are Japanese. And then of course this extra Galaxy. This thing alone sells for like $250 all day by itself without any box. The box for this thing is like fucking retarded. It's actually cheap, way cheaper than this, but it's crazy. I'm sorry, I thought I had it on it, but I just looked down and realized it wasn't. So these are actually for selling or trade for other shit that I need. These 4. These I need the boxes for as well. These are the Game Boy Advance SPs. I need the blue and the silver. Silver away! And then of course here, you know, obviously you see batteries here, so that's self-explanatory. I already, you know, told you that I got the box for this coming and that, and these are Japanese. These are all Japanese. I got to get the box for this. It's pricey, but I'm just going to go ahead and buy it on eBay because the chances and odds of me finding one here are very high, but because I need it, as soon as I fucking buy the thing, somebody will have it for like fucking 25, 30 bucks. That's how fucking weird my luck is. This I got from that dude that I don't know if he's Spanish, Middle Eastern, or Italian. Either way, it don't matter. He's a fucking human being. He sells a lot in Meadowlands, but mainly he's in Columbus a lot. Me and him have a real good rapport. We always have. I think he respects me out of a lot of people. He told me that out of a lot of people that go to the markets, I respect you the most. You one of the realest niggas I know. And you know, I wasn't even offended when he said that. I found it complimentary. Just like if a black person go to a white person and say, yo, what's up, my nigga? Oh, yo, you my nigga. You my white nigga. Yo, let me tell you, that is a fucking compliment. You can't get better than that. That's like a white man coming up to you saying, hey, you know what, man, you act white, or you like the black whitest person I know. You shouldn't think of it as an Uncle Tom thing. You should think of it as a compliment, especially if they mean it from the heart. People always tell me all the time, yo, he's black on the outside and white on the inside. I find that as a compliment, because at the end of the day, I know who I'm true to myself, and if people who happen to be Caucasian around me feel that I come across or act white, I have no problem with that. I know who I am, and if you feel that way and I'm less of a threat to you or whatever, hey, so be it. I'm cool with that. So I got this from him. This is actually, I believe, complete. I don't know if it's Japanese or not, but it is boxed. Then here we have another one that came from the same dude that I paid $150 for all that shit, including some games. I do have to track down another Dreamcast box for that one. This I don't remember if this is, I don't know if this is the 60 gig or 40. I gotta re-plug it back in to see before I go ahead and buy a 60 gig backwards compatible, very retardedly expensive box, which I did have one about 3 or so months ago, and I sold everything off, including the Sega CD. I mean, I've sold a lot of shit, and now I've decided to just say fuck it, and now I'm getting into video games. This is like literally like 3 or 4 days after I worked one of my last huge video game deals with Eunice. I decided to fucking do this. When I could have been a lot more on top of the curb a couple months ago if I decided this earlier. But hey, one thing I could tell you guys is I'm a very indecisive guy. What the fuck is this? Box vintage Japanese Chokogan stuff, rare. Oh no, this must be. What the? Oh, okay. I got to erase that. I'm about to say those are cards in there. I got to erase that. I'm about to say what the fuck. Oh my god, I got issues, y'all. Anyway, so here we have a fat PlayStation 2 here works. A fat PlayStation 2 here works with the LCD screen. Then we have another one here. So I do want to track down other boxes so I can box them. And then we have another PlayStation, but this is the 5,000, 550, 550, 5500, whatever you want to call it, model. So that's why I do have a box somewhere over here that is for, I believe, the 1000 or whatever the hell they call it. So that's why I didn't put that in that box. I do want to try to put the right serial number with the right box, and I think those are the ones where you could tell the older ones, they have the AV, and I think this doesn't, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so the one I need has the AV in the back, not this. Like the audio, the AV audio, the red, white, and yellow thing in the back. Then this I brought from that black kid where I had issues with, whatever, but we wound up working the deal out. I mean, we worked the deal out first, and I had to wait but that Thursday he did man up. He did bring the stuff I needed for this and whatever the hell other system I brought. This is the Zelda Wii. I keep forgetting about this one, so I do have to try to find a box for this. Then there you have that orange, whatever the hell, spice orange, whatever the hell they call it, GameCube, Japanese. That's from Whatnot. Roach infested. Not roach infested no more. There's nothing living in here. I sprayed it real crazy. I sprayed the bag real crazy and airtight it for about 4 days. Then I turned around and did it again. So now it's been almost 2 weeks now that this not two. Was it 2 weeks? Because it wasn't last Friday. It was that I brought that on. Well, whatever. Whatever's in here is dead now, but I do want to try to open it up to get all that nasty shit out of here because I don't like collecting anything like that. But the reason why it's out like this is because nothing could survive in here, period. So I do need to get the box and the controller for that. I do need to get the box for this particular PS4. I forgot where the fuck I got this from. And then of course down here you've seen that. But there is a Nintendo 64 down there that I have to figure out if I can find another box. Maybe do a atomic purple boxed version of that. That'll be kind of cool. As a matter of fact, this is the box I was talking about, the 1000, and this is the one that you plug the AV in the back. So I do got to try to track down that AV PS1. I'm sorry, PlayStation. Then here we have two other Nintendo NESs here. I do want to try to find like one with the Rob robot or another box with the track and field, because I have the track and field with Mario and Duck Hunt and the Orange Zapper, I believe. So I do want to try to box that so I can have them sit on box, and another PS1 box for that. And I'm not really worried about trying to track down a box for this because it's kind of yellowed, so I might just use this one and just call it for a day. Then here we have a regular Xbox 360. There is a PlayStation 3 Slim, and we have the Japanese, whatever color you call this. Then we have the gold. That box is gonna be not only hard to track down, but that's gonna cost a lot of money. The jungle green's not nowhere near as much as that gold. That gold is crazy. Motherfuckers want retarded money just for this system. It's fucking nuts. Then here has another fat PlayStation 2. Then we have the Ultra Slim, or whatever the hell they call this, PS3. Then we have the 32X right here. And we have the OG Sega Genesis with the Sega Master System converter up here, which I do want to try to... I don't know if this comes like that or you buy the converter by itself, but either way, I will be looking into that so I can track that down. Then here's some other shit I picked up on Whatnot. You have the Game Boy player for that. Then here we have another controller, and we have this Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Nintendo GameCube thing. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I'm not a Final Fantasy guy. And then here we got these, and we got the Japanese Jungle Beat with, I believe, the game and the jungle. And the beats, or it might. I don't know if it has both. I gotta look at that to see. Then here I ordered a box that comes with one of these and the Kinect. I do think I gotta get the white box for this, and I think I have another box coming for one of these. One of these, I think it's a Tomb Raider. It's one of the boxes, so I got two boxes for these coming. So I could box both of these, and then I would have to worry about these. I'm not buying any more boxes right now until I got the other boxes coming in, or until I specifically make sure that I'm Gucci. Then here's a boxed, a bagged Xbox 360. This one is matte. It's not finished like this. Well, actually, I think these are the same. So I'll probably want to get rid of one, keep one. And then here is just empty cases for games that I need cases for. Then just this, I think I'm more comfortable trying to track down a Nintendo Classic in the box than buying another box. Unless the box is like $15 online, then I would go ahead and get it. But if not, I really not, whatever. Because I had I still have two of the Super Nintendo Classics. And then I got one in the box. So, Yeah, and then this is just a whole bunch of a whole plethora of just shit. You know, I obviously, you know, it has a ginger controller. I gotta take the stickers off because I don't think this one has one, right? So now it does. So that goes with that. Boom. Just gotta take those stickers off and clean it a little better. I did take stickers off of them. It was a tons of them on there, but you know, I'll probably clean it a little better. Then there's just more shit I gotta go through. Then these are all games like Legend of the Axe. Where the hell? I think the game is. I think I threw the game in here by mistake. Yeah, it's in there somewhere. The card game. This is a dope ass game though, man. Like TurboGrafx 16 didn't have a ton of games, but some of the games they had like Slaughterhouse is just fucking sick. Sick ass games. And I'm only keeping games that if I decide to open up a system and play it, I'm only gonna keep games that I know I mean, it doesn't matter if I beat them or not. Games I know I would like to play, and you know, I don't want any. I'm not going for a full collection of games for nah. I only want games for a system that I know I'd play. And or if a game comes with a specific system, I would have the game to put with that system. Those are the only two reasons. I don't care about a game being expensive or not. If I don't like it, I don't need it. And I could use that toward trade for something else. Speaking of that, let me take this motherfucker out too. So I can put this in the thing I have for trade. And then put all this shit so I can take all this stuff in and use it to trade for other shit. That's my plan. Because I don't need anything. I don't give a fuck how expensive it is. So yeah, and then you have a whole bunch of GameCube memory cards here. Tons of them. PS2. I only keep original ones unless they're like two to four times the memory capacity of the OG. Because the original ones don't have a lot of the storage that the third party shit does have. So I would keep one or two of them. Have a lot of adapters. These are all brand new. No, what are the brand new ones? They're somewhere. But I do have to pair them up with systems so I can order more. Then I have to order the ones that go with these guys. Well, these take batteries. But for ones that don't take battery, like this, I gotta order some of these ones. So yeah, so you got all this stuff here, and then I already showed you all this. These I got today. I did get this stuff today. These three I got from the same guy. I had to meet him in I think Port Amboy, not too far from Fam Alex. I'm not gonna reveal where he lives at because it's none of y'all fucking business. But Spanish dude, he was kind of getting on my nerves because it was wet today. My truck is still in the shop. Waiting for parts to come in because I need two turbos. We're just gonna one turbo's going bad, but we're gonna replace both. That's a $2,200 job by itself. Ironically, the turbos cost less than the fucking job. But anyhow, and he was like, "Yo, you said he was gonna be here like." I told him 30 minutes, and he's like, "Oh, well, you know, it's 35 minutes past already." And I'm like, "Yo," and then the motherfucker works. He works loss prevention in fucking in a store. I'm not gonna say where. And I was like, so I was like maybe like not even. I was at the light, so I texted him, and I don't like texting people when I'm meeting up with them and I'm driving. I don't like to do that, especially if somebody's telling you they're on their way. Wait for them to fucking respond. It's common sense. If they're on their way, maybe you should wait. You know, because evidently they're not texting you not because they're avoiding you or they scamming you, because they're fucking driving. So then he's like, "Oh," and I say, "My man," I said, "Dude, relax, man. It's wet outside. I'm not gonna ruin my $70,000 car for nobody's video game shit." And I said it just like that. And I was like, "Oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have worded it like that," because I'm like, "Yo, he might not show up." Now when I looked at his text, it did say white BMW, so he should have told me he was in a strip mall. He just gave me a fucking address. So I go in there, and then he's looking stupid when I'm driving up, and he's like, "Oh, you know, like right by the white BMW." So I found a white. First he said, well, the store he was working at. So then I saw the car, so I pull up, and he comes out. He comes out with loss prevention vest and shit on. I'm like, this fucking clown. So he sees it, I'm mad, and I'm like, "Yo, dude, like, yo, you gotta relax, man. Like, it's raining outside." Then he changed the subject. "Oh yeah, this is a beautiful car, man." He said, "Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a great Mustang. I'm not really a Mustang fan, but This is fucking great. I've always loved BMW, BMW. And I say, dude, I've owned every BMW, almost every Mercedes you could think of. I'm out of that thing. I'm an American classic guy, and I love Mustangs. I've been there, done it, had all of them cars, and this is my thing. And you start talking, and I start easing up a little bit. I guess his strategy worked. Like the tame, use music to tame the beast. Because I was really, he could tell I was really about to give him the business. Because I already did through the text. But, he was looking like, fuck it, I need to make this sell. And then I felt like he was a crackhead, or he was just real desperate. So he gave me a good price for all this stuff. I paid up, though. Like, the Sega Master System 2, it's very hard to find this system. It's 1,000 times harder to find that box. The box is beat to shit, but it is boxed. It shows character. I don't give a fuck. I paid up for it, and I'm cool with that. So I paid $200 for the Sega Master System 2 in the box. The fucking system is immaculate. The Sega Saturn, I paid up for this too. This one, he wouldn't do no lower than $185. He said he can't do it. The system alone sells for around $2. And find a box, and it is boxed with the inserts and shit. So I've been looking for boxes online, and I've been trying to find a black Sega Saturn. So he's not lying about that. This he gave me for a better deal. This is the Xbox One Jedi Fallen Order. I mean, they didn't do nothing special with the actual system, but they added the game. I mean, of course, I could find the game, but then the box gonna cost me another $40 to $70, depending on condition. So I just basically, shut out the middleman by just getting the whole thing, and he gave me a deal on everything. Now, the prices he gave me weren't the deal prices. They were a couple dollars more. He wanted $140 on that. I mean, not $140, I'm sorry. He wanted $240 on that. He wanted $240 on that as well. And he wanted $175 on this. Now, yeah, it is an Xbox One. It's obsolete. And it's not obsolete, but when you think about, boxes and everything being, I get it. So he gave me the deal. The deal I told you I paid is what I paid for this stuff, considering what he wanted. And I did specifically go out to get this. The box is beat to shit, but it's still boxed. This, I really didn't have any. I'm not gonna say I didn't want it. I just really was only coming to pay him. I mean, I paid him cash for this, and then we did Zelle for this and this, because he was like desperate to get rid of it. He just wanted the shit gone. And I'm like, all right, fine, but and we worked the deal out. So those three I got from here. This bottom box here, I got this box from this asshole on Facebook Marketplace, but it was my fault because I should have looked inside the box. It was missing the styrofoam. He still owes me for that, and I'm not gonna fucking forget him or let it pass. He owed me for some other shit that he did. He was a piece of shit basically. But I did get a box Super Nintendo from somebody, and I don't like that the Super Nintendo was actually discolored, so I do want a better condition one to put in here. So I'll probably wrap it in plastic, then put it in here, because cardboard makes things change color, especially when it's naked to certain things. It makes the shit change color over time. It just happens. So yeah, that box is down there. Then over here I have another red Wii. So I think they also made a red Wii by itself. Just like they did the blue one, which I'm going to show you that in a sec. And then here are all my handhelds that I have to get boxes for. I believe I have the box for this coming. The black. I had to make sure I put down black and red. And yeah, they had 105 on this. I think I actually paid that. I got it for 25% off, I think. I either paid this price or I paid 25% off of it. But I took it anyway because I know what they go for. Then here we have, it says English, can't eShop. So, but everything else works. This is a white 3DS from Japan. So I do gotta get the box for that. Then, wait a minute. Oh yeah, I'm about to bug the fuck out. I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. This is the DS Lite, not the 3DS. Same thing for the silver one. I do gotta get the box for this 3DS, which is not gonna be cheap. I gotta get the box for this 3DS. This is the 3DS LL, which is like their version of Japanese. Actually, I should look at this one and the other one and see which one has a better front. No, actually, that's not that one. No, it's not. I did order the box for this one, which is also Japanese. The box is pricey, but being that this color is kind of hard to come by, and it was there, I just brought it. I learned a long time ago, sometimes when you have the bread, you don't want to shop around. You just want to go ahead and do it. Then here's the white DSI, red all DSI, and then the light blue. I think I got the light blue as well. Then here we have the DSI XLs, or DSI LL, which is the one that I just thought that was, but I did keep the better one. Has the green, blue, and then white back here. So I do want to get the boxes for all these. And of course you guys saw that. Here's the blue one. I gotta get a back cover for that, so it just makes more sense just to try to track down a light blue, another controller, and a nunchuck. It'll probably be a lot more feasible just to do that than to try to find a fucking the same matched battery cover. So I might just try to track down the light blue controller and nunchuck. Probably be a lot more cheaper or easier anyway. So that's basically my plan with all this shit. And speaking of that, these are some graded games that I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with them yet. Extra wires and stuff that I have to probably pair up with some of these loose systems over here that I have to go through before I decide to fuck up and spend money on shit I don't need. And of course there's all of the cartridges and stuff in here that I kept as well. Obviously I showed you guys all this shit, the games and whatnot. More, these are all brand new sealed games. Here's the PS3 stack, the Wii stuff that I kept, PSP related. This, why the hell did I keep this box? I don't know. Here is another Super Nintendo box. These boxes are expensive. Loose, I mean, just by themselves. Then I also kept this, which is the PS4 and 5 T150 Pro. That actually was sitting for like 40 bucks in red, white, and blue. As soon as I saw it, I grabbed it, only because at the show me and Isaiah went to, somebody had one for fucking $280, loose. Well, he had the box, but you know what I'm saying, like. And I remember that this one you have to buy the shifter separate, only because the guy who's gonna buy it, was like, oh, but you don't have the shifter. He said if I had the shifter, dude, it'd be $350. And the guy was like, how come? He said, yo, the shifter comes separate. And I do remember looking it up. I looked up T150 Pro when I was walking around, and I was like, oh shit. And when I saw this, I was like, son of a bitch. So I guess whoever saw it in red, white, and blue, they probably just looked on the box and thought, oh, the shifter is missing. It's not missing. You got to buy it separate. So by that person being naive, I was able to grab it for fucking 40 bucks. So that's why I took that. And then here are the systems that are boxed. Like you got a Sega Master System down there. You have one of the NESs. You got the Killer Instinct Super Nintendo. You got another Sega Genesis Core. We got the Japanese Orange Pokemon Nintendo 64. We got another Genesis Core system there. Then we got the Core System 3. We do have the DualShock PlayStation. Then we have a PlayStation 2 Slim. We got one of the Mario White Wii's. We got two Nintendo 64 systems. The same one, just that one has this advertisement thing on the front, and the other one is just plain. That's why I kept those. Let me walk back around my basement. And again, like I tell you guys all the time, y'all can sit here and disrespect my basement all you want. I don't have to pay storage. So the laugh is on me. It's my basement. I do want to get it finished. Well, I did, but it's not big. When you think about it, it's not long or big enough for me to want to invest money in it. My wife wants to get it done. So I told her if she does, she's on her own. I'm not lifting a cent. She said, that's fine. So she's going to do it. She's going to have it done. So whatever. I just feel like this shit should stay just how it is. I don't feel like it makes sense to put 35 to 40 grand into getting a basement done. And some of you might say, oh, why you just don't slap up sheetrock and shit yourself? One, I don't know how to do that shit. And two, you have to dig. There, I'm 5'9", and my head, I'm banging on this shit. So imagine somebody coming down here and they 6 foot or 5'11", or something like that. They're gonna be banging their head all over the fucking place. So who wants to bend down here and be down? You know what I mean? It just makes sense to dig at least 2.5, 3 feet in the basement to make it at least 6 foot, 6'2" clearance. But anyway, going back to this, what the hell is that? Oh, so to go back to this here, this is I don't have the game though, but it's a demo. But I'll probably put the full game in here if I come across it. I'm not gonna go crazy looking for it. This is what I was talking about before with the Super Nintendo Classic. Then here we have 2 of the Guitar Hero and Guitar Hero 2 guitars for the PlayStation 2 with the games and everything. So these are complete. Here is Uncharted, Thieves in PS4. Here is the Star Wars PlayStation 4 Pro Star Wars Battlefront 2 one. Then back here is, what the hell is this one? This one is, it's a good question. What is that one? Oh, this was the Red Dead Redemption 2 version. Then here is another red Mario Wii U Wii. Whoop. Then here we got a regular basic white Wii U, which is rare because it's opposite. You know, like for the Wii, the white ones are very basic, always around. It's the black and the other colors that are harder to come by with the Wii. And with the Wii U, it's the opposite. Most Wii U's are black, so to get a white one, it's a little, not harder, but a little more uncommon than finding a black one. And then here we have 2 different Xbox Ones. One's longer than the other one. Then back here I have more Wii's, 2 different black ones. One's I think one of them, 2 different Marios. Then we have a PlayStation or PS1. Then we have a Super Game Boy in the box. And then of course we have one of the 3DS XL Galaxies in the box. We have this Japanese Game Boy Pocket, brand new, sealed in the box. And we also have DSi Blue in the box. That is metallic blue. Then we have a Misty Pink 3DS in the box. And then we have 2 different Nintendo Switches. One's a Mario, and I think they both Marios, as a matter of fact. One's probably a Mario Kart, and the other one's a Mario something else. I got those from this electronics shop in Patterson. Then, of course, we have a white DS Lite white. Then these I got. This is the from Japan Game Boy Advance SP Pikachu. And we have, I think, Donkey Kong. This is the Donkey Kong one. And of course, down here we have an original Xbox. We have another PlayStation 3. This is the Japanese. Then we have another 120 gig PS3 in the box. And then we have here a blue Game Boy, a blue GameCube. And I think there's another one here. That is a silver one. That's the one that comes with the Game Boy player. That's from Japan, I believe. But they're not region locked, so they will play American games. So and looking on this side, you can see that that's the control deck NES. So I do got to get a regular boxed NES as well, so I can have different variations of these things. And of course, this banging ass PlayStation 3 Metal Gear Solid Silver PS3. That fucking thing is expensive. I got it for a steal on Whatnot. So I'll be telling you guys, man, go on Whatnot, man. Telling you, go on fucking Whatnot. You guys want stuff, man? Go on motherfucking Whatnot. You know, I don't mind shit. I don't mind sharing shit with people. People don't do it to me, but I don't mind doing it. And of course, back here, I also forgot I got from the both same market, 2 different people, 2 different times. The limited edition PS4 Pro God of War. I do have to track down the God of War controller. This is over here as a reminder to remind me that I have to get the controller. So that is every fucking thing I covered down here. So today, this is my 3rd day of not thrifting. I didn't thrift yesterday, being Wednesday or Tuesday. I think I just thrifted on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I didn't. I think I did win. I don't know. Whatever fucking day I went. But I just decided to stay home. My plan was to go to the flea market today, but unfortunately it rained. So one part of me is telling me, yo, you should go tomorrow. I should go Friday. But I'm not gonna go to Columbus. I think I'm gonna go to shitty ass Collinswood tomorrow. Maybe I'll come across something game related. But you know, I think I'm gonna do that because I think tomorrow's weather should be okay. And then Saturday I'll be going to the lands of Meadowlands, and yeah. So there we have this stuff, y'all. So that is everything. Again, I'll just give you guys a recap of what I'm doing. So I'm basically trying to box all the systems and just stack them. And maybe later on down the line, I'll just may sell everything off. Or as of right now, some of y'all might, damn, bro, just sell what you got now as is. I could do that, but think about it. Video gaming goes up. It don't go down. It's just like Legos, you know. Sometimes shit goes for a little bit more than others at a specific time, but most of the time it don't. I mean, it does. So it's just what I want to do. It's something I want to do, and I'm gonna do it. So again, I gotta, box these two NESs. I gotta box this PS1. I gotta box this TurboGrafx 16. I gotta finish and box this Sega Genesis. I gotta get the adapter for this original Sega Genesis and box it. Same thing for this PlayStation 3, 360. These Nintendo 64s. This GameCube is the only one I'm not gonna box because it's silver and it has the Zelda, whatever the fuck stickers on it. So I'm not gonna take that off. Gotta box these. Everything you see here that's empty has gotta be boxed. I'm not gonna see. I'm tired. I'm not gonna even sit here and go through any of this anymore. But that's basically where I'm at as of right now. And yeah, I spend a lot of money in all this shit. I probably got about 7 into this already. Some of y'all might say, get the fuck out of here. No, I have close to 7 grand into this video game shit alone, and that's cheap. And that is cheap. But I think I got about 7 grand into all this shit. And if you don't believe me, then you're not a gamer, or you shouldn't be watching this video. And to be honest, I don't need nobody to believe me or not. Whatever you believe and think has nothing to do or hold no relevance to to my pockets. Plus, I'm not the kind of person that big up shit to make me look big. I'm already a big guy. I don't need nobody's validation or anybody's support on what the fuck they think or how they think of me. Never been that kind of nigga. But anyhow, it is what it is. And this here, ironically, I used to come across this fucking Gran Turismo 5 game every fucking thrift shop. Now that I sold one a couple weeks before I came across this one, now I need this one so I can put in this box. Guess what? Of course, you already know. Can't find a fucking game. Anyway, thanks for watching, y'all. Peace out.